Every week there's a minimum of 10 grand to be won on the AFTV PICK10. Now remember, you don't have to get them all right, you just have to get them most right. Click the link below and play.
Hi and welcome along to the Invincible podcast with my man Lee Judges in the building and a special guest today, all the way from the United States of America, New York. In the building is Troopz. Listen, man, good to have you back, bro.
Hey, man, how we doing? It's a pleasure, blood. It's a pleasure.
Troopz
Pleasure and an
in
honour.
the building, special guest, man. You know what I mean? It's good to. How's it going in America?
No, it's going good, man. You understand? We're working, man. You get me? We're working.
Yeah, I'd say he's going all right for him because I see him up in the hospitality for the West Ham game. There he was.
Yeah, so I saw the gaffer, you know what I mean? Got a little cheeky meal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
They need to cook the meat, though, more.
restaurants he was like, you know. Brought me out of bread well.
Is that how it's going?
Yeah, man.
Is that
yeah,
America's rolling, eh?
Yeah,
It's
man.
rolling.
Hospitality.
You know what I'm saying? They show love. Someone has to show love, innit? You get me? 'Cause we don't get no love out here. You know what I'm saying? They try to ban me from the stadium and them thing there. You get me? So it's about time we get some love, blood.
Enjoy that game?
Yeah, not first half, to be honest. The second half I really enjoyed. First half I thought the final third, we were poor. We wasn't making the right decisions. We were kind of rushing it. I think Saliba, that's my dog, but the penalty, I think if you look at the actual situation, he goes and then stops. I think that's what kind of gives it. You get me? Don't second guess yourself, innit? Go in and just take him. You understand? He went in and then he backed off because he thought like he wasn't close enough. I was right on the side and he was close enough. He could have gone in for the tackle, you get me? But yeah, man, it was a good game. Top of the league, mate.
Top of the league.
Top of the league.
What did you make of it, Lee?
Yeah, I agree with the Saliba thing. That World Cup, he just wasn't sharp enough. I think he grew into the game. Second half, he was a lot better. I think like just a little bit rusty because you know you can train as much as you like. It's nothing like a game. He hardly played, did he? Like you know, but I thought he'd done all right in the second half. But I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. Half time, I was panicking.
Panicking?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I said to the guy next to me, yo, we're gonna lose.
you don't remember that? Just
that feeling when it kicked in. I said, maybe it's PTSD.
Yeah, but
maybe it's PTSD.
But like, we were saying it before the game when we were saying it. I was a bit worried.
You were saying it.
No, you. Oh, well, yeah. Me and Julian were. We were a bit worried.
I'm in my sleep screaming the night before and all things like that.
I was a bit worried. I thought, oh no, it was looking like it was going to happen. But I'll tell you what, when I went into the bars at half time and all that, everybody seemed around me was a lot more confident, you know. And wow, I'll tell you what was the key in that game though was the Ramsdale save from Antonio straight after half time. 2-0 down, that would have been a different. Once we scored, you know, we turned on the burners. It was good. But the weirdest thing is though, I'm with like Troopz. I thought, I didn't think we was playing that well first half. When you go back and look at it, we've played really well.
We played all right. You know what?
It's just you're in the moment, and you're a bit like.
Honestly, I was different to you, right? I was sat with Julian, who was panicking, right?
Yeah.
And I said to him, half time, Julian, we played well. It's just obviously going to be a little bit of rust because of the World Cup.
Yeah.
But I said, we're playing well, man. I said, we're playing well. We've had a disallowed goal. We're moving the ball nicely. I go, for me, only a matter of time, man. We're going to get back in this game, right? And that's one of the things that's changed, I feel, apart from you two, negative lot, right? But there's changed with the fans. In that when Arsenal playing at the moment, there is a belief that this team will come through. There's a bit more metal about them.
To be fair, when it went 1-0, I weren't cussing. It wasn't like a, you know that back in the day, blood.
Yeah, no,
you fucking pricks! I'm dashing it, man. You get me? I'm kicking seats. You understand? This was more. I stood up and I was like, "Come on, Arsenal! Like, where the fuck you man playing that? Like, wake up, kind of thing. Like, you get me? Like, maybe that should."
I don't think they were sleeping. I just think that.
I think that play there, that transition, we were
a bit vulnerable to the counter.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, because Gabriel misses the header first. It was a whole knockdown effect. He missed the header. Saliba blacks off. Then he goes in, bang. You know, Bowen, one little piece of wind, whoop, hit the floor, blood. You understand?
But it was a good response though from us.
Yeah,
I mean,
brilliant
the
response.
second half, they came out, did what they were doing in the first half, but just did it quicker and just did it sharper. And I thought there were some very good performances in that second half. I thought Odegaard was brilliant.
Yeah, I think I was a bit harsh.
Saka.
I gave him an 8. I want to raise that to a 9.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant.
I remember there was a stage where people were like Maddison, Odegaard. Remember there was Maddison, Odegaard.
Yeah.
It was who we're gonna go for. I was Team Odegaard. Zaha. Yeah, Mr. Zaha. Yeah, Mr. Nketiah's father. That's Nketiah's father, blood. That me I said. That's Nketiah's papa, you know. But I was proper on this Odegaard thing. Because in that little 6-month spell where we had him, I saw something.
Yeah.
I saw, and his age as well, I could see like, yo, if you put a couple things around him, yo, he could be the conductor, you understand? And it was an Ozil-esque performance. It was a Ozil-esque performance.
I'll tell you when he won me over. Do you remember when we played West Ham, we was 3-0 down?
Yeah.
He sort of took the game by the scruff of the neck and we come back 3-3. That was the day I thought, do you know what, there's something in it.
Yeah.
It took him a little while. You know, don't forget he came when there was no crowds and you know, whatever. I think he's really settled into the role now and I thought he was superb, I have to say.
And he's playing like a proper captain, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he really does sort of, you know.
Even if he don't play well, Robbie, he works his absolute socks off.
Yeah.
And that shows you that he's part of it.
When we signed him, I did an interview. I'm never going to forget this interview, right, that I did with a Norwegian TV guy who's like sports on their TV stations over there. And I said to him, what sort of player are we getting in Odegaard? And he said, you're getting Mesut Ozil, but he works. And that's kind of what he kind of like, that breakdown of it is quite good, isn't it? Because he's got, I wouldn't say he's as skillful as Mesut Ozil, but he's got a lot of the attributes that Ozil's got, the vision and the way he operates and stuff like that. But he works, man. He's closing down.
Yeah.
He's relentless. His fitness
He's
levels
Norwegian.
are unreal.
He's a Viking, blood. Them man, they're built different. Look at the alien up at Man City, blood. Them man, they're built different, blood. Their water, I want what's in their water for Trey. You understand? I want what's in there. Yo, blood. Them man, it's true. The work rate, and that trickles down onto the other players.
Yeah.
You understand? And when you've got a Martinelli who's going to run down a man, you got Saka who's going to run down a man. When Jesus comes in, you get me? Even Nketiah to an extent, blood. You get me?
Let's talk about Nketiah.
Yeah?
Because you were just there saying that
Zaha's
father and that.
Yeah,
So-
Zaha's son. Even did you a joke? My mum was watching the game at home, on the TV. Every time I come home, like obviously Trey was in bed. Next morning, Trey wake up, he's like, Dad, every time Nketiah got the ball, Nana's like, Zaha's son. Like, he's so protective over him, blood. You understand? It's like, the way he defends him, is like the way I used to defend Abba.
But you know why?
Like,
You know why that's because.
But I rate it as well. Cause he said because he's a Haaland boy. He's one of our own. So
You
he
know what it
feels
is
like
though,
he
right?
has to.
In the interview that I did, right, as well, I sort of was really defending him as well because even though he scored, I still felt people didn't really give him. They're like, he did all right, but what do you mean? He had a good game.
No, I think he was fantastic. He did everything but scoring that first
I
half.
ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Here we go.
I've always wanted him to do well and all that, like.
Yeah.
But in the first half, I did turn around a couple of times to my mates. I want him to do well. He's just not good enough. There was a few things that he done wrong and all that, like.
There was a time when he could have squared the ball to Saka.
It was.
But what else did he do?
He done a great little thing. He should just. It was an easy laid back, and he didn't do it. But that unfortunately is going to be judged like that. You know what I mean? But I thought second half he was brilliant. He worked it, but he's just going to always get that little bit of criticism.
Why?
I don't know.
That's
Do you
what
know
I said.
why?
I
Do you know why?
in my interview.
Do you know?
If he was Brazilian,
that had me.
If he was Brazilian, right?
That's an Eddie Gomez.
Yeah, if he came, Eddie Gomez, or even just as I said in Brazil,
Eddie.
when they just called them by their first name, just Eddie, right? If he was just Eddie from Palmeiras, right, and we brought him in and he was playing, right, there'd be loads of man saying,
I totally agree.
he's brilliant, man. Look at the way he closes down, his energy. You know, what I mean, all right, he missed that chance, but don't worry, man. But why is it with him? As soon as he misses one chance, everyone's on it.
Well, I don't know. Everybody's because everybody's got the doubts. You know what I mean? I think that they had. But I'm going to say this. Everybody was singing his name at the end. It's the support and all that.
The support was ridiculous.
And I think he is getting the support from the fans.
No, he is.
But there is that niggling doubt in everybody's mind that, I remember, listen, I've never gone mad about it when you got the 14 shirt, like, but people were going absolutely crazy about that, like, you know what I mean?
I did.
Yeah, see, like,
what? I lost my shit, I'm not gonna lie, blood.
What?
Because that shirt,
It's a shirt.
that number, yeah,
It's a number.
before Henry, yeah, it was Keon. Keon was 14, yeah.
yeah, that's true.
It
that's
weren't
true.
really a shirt. It was just another number. It wasn't an 8. It wasn't a 6. It wasn't a 4. It wasn't a 3. It was just 14. It wasn't a 10. Where you go back and you look at our number 10s, you look at our 8s, you look at our 3s, you look at our 6s, our 4s. That's our numbers. 8. That's the main. That's when you look at the bad man them in the club. That's the main numbers. 11. You get me, Charlie George? You understand? So the 14 was turned into a legendary shirt. They have put down Jude Bellingham's number in Birmingham. That 14 deserves
They
that.
retired that.
They retired. The
Yeah, but they
14.
didn't retire, I
No,
thought.
but the 14 is on that level of that.
Yeah, but we never retired it, did
But
we?
then, alright, cool. I give you this now, yeah. When Walcott got it, I lost my shit. Because I was like, you ain't done nothing to, like, what? You're light skinned, small, and fast. Is that why you're getting it? What is that it? Is that the comparison to Henry? That was it. That was it, bro. You understand? You should have stayed at 32.
But the shirt's not been retired, so who cares?
But all right, cool. When
I don't care.
Abba got it, I didn't care because I was like, you know what? He's gonna carry that shirt and wear that and do what you're supposed to do in that shirt, and he did until he got the bag, and then turned into some absolute wild. You get me? Nketiah, for me to have that shirt, you have to have done something like Saka. When he
Well,
got
you gotta give him a chance.
I give you an example: Saka and Smith Rowe. When Smith Rowe and Saka got the 7 and 10, I wasn't with it, but I was like, okay, I can see it. I can see why.
Man.
No, but it's numbers mean something in football. You know us, we're very, what's the word? We're like sentimental. That is sentimental to me, bro. That's like, I'll give you an example. That's like if that fucking idiot Squalachi came in and we gave him the 6. I would lose my shit because that's Tony, bro. What do you mean you're getting the 6? How dare you? Do you understand? To an extent, when Benny Blanco got the 4, I was like, whoa.
Senderos got the 6, though.
Yeah. But Senderos was all right when we actually first got him. You understand? Got us to Champions League final. You understand? No goals conceded. Let's not forget that. You understand? He kind of, obviously, he wasn't the top notch. But when he actually, Senderos was like, he was decent when we first got him. He fell off, but you understand? Even Benny Blanco, like I said, when he got the 4, I was like, whoa, that's Patrick. Like,
There'd be no
yo,
shirts left on this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but that's higher.
Yeah, what's your number? 102. You know what I mean? Well, no, Eddie, it's 104.
Yeah, don't take the piss. Yeah, what? He could have took 24. He could have took 24.
Why have I got the 140?
What do you
There's
mean?
no shirts
All
left.
right, all right. Remember Zamorano when he couldn't get number 9 at Inter, and then he got 1+8, and he put the plus between the 8 to make it the 9.
Yeah.
Why didn't Eddie do
Why should he have to
a
do
number
that?
to equivalent to 14? So
The shirt's
4.
not been retired, right?
yeah, but
so why?
like I said, for me, like you,
Shirt.
yeah, no, but it's a
I think it's
special number.
quite a big thing for him to say, yeah, I'll take that as well. I think, like, you know.
Yeah, he's confident.
It was
guy.
a demand. No, but that's why people are on him because we're like, all right, cool. You want to run with the 14? All right. This what happens when you get this 14
Right,
now.
he scored.
One goal.
He's
Stop
just-
it, Robbie.
It's his first start.
One start, one goal.
First start in the Premier League. One start.
Don't give
one
me
goal.
that shit, yeah.
No,
Don't give me that shit.
All right, listen.
Don't give me that one start, one
I'm
goal.
going to
Yeah.
say this about Eddie, and I
go
mean this sincerely, right? Chelsea away last season, as we was going into the ground, I've said this a few times, everybody was singing it.
disgrace as well.
It's a
Everybody,
disgrace. No,
you were singing.
there was a lot of fans singing, if Eddie plays for Arsenal, so can I, as we went into the stadium. Like, you know, I mean, I was one of them.
Was that the chant?
And that was a chant.
Swear down, that was the chant.
But when he come out of the stadium, a little bit of that was
2
not.
goals later.
2 goals later. A little bit of that was that everybody got their
Second
hump
one was
about
lucky.
that. We just lost 3 games on the spin, and Martinelli was on the bench.
Yeah, we were-
that day, and there was a real, and everybody was down there. He proved everybody wrong that day, and long may he continue proving everybody wrong.
What would you say? Would you set as a realistic target for Eddie Nketiah from now till the end of the season?
20 goals.
No, realistic. Come on.
He's being realistic. This is the gaffer. He's being realistic.
Set your
Bro,
standards.
Haaland's got
No,
20
no,
already,
come
blood.
on.
Why can't he?
Yeah, he's like you said, an alien.
Yeah,
right?
but
right.
So,
Realistic.
send him Norway and get the Norwegian water.
Realistic target for the Premier League.
Double
from
figures.
now till the end of the season.
Double figures.
Yeah, because it's true.
10, yeah.
Because if you check the levels, he's going to be in here till what? Maybe February, March?
It could be longer.
You get me?
To me, if I was Eddie Nketiah, I'm saying to myself, boy, you know what?
How many has he got so far?
Let me
5?
make it. Let me make it so that when Jesus comes back, he can't get.
How many has he got all comp? 5? So he got 4 in Europa.
Sure.
Did he get 4 in Europa?
I think
3?
He got a couple.
3 or 4?
But his first, I'm not sure about the first start in the Premier League he scored. If he knocks in 10,
I'll be well happy.
I'll be happy. Of course, I'll be happy because then that means that we're still.
Jesus has got 5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But he's a different player. You know what I mean. So that's where it is. So if he was to get 5, I'll be a little bit disappointed because Jesus brings more to the other parts of his game.
He's got 5 assists already as well.
Yeah, he's got to be on the end of things. He's also in a side where I don't care. We've got Saka. I think at this moment in time, forget about what's his name, De Bruyne. Right, I watched him yesterday. Saka's the main man at the moment in the Premier League.
Ahead of De Bruyne.
At the moment, I think so. I really do. I'm not being biased. I think that.
Bro, I've been singing Saka's praises. Let me rewind.
I knew he's gonna
let me rewind.
I knew he's gonna do this. Go on, Go on.
LA.
I know what you're gonna say.
LA 2019. I said to Robbie, Saka is clear of Iwobi. Robbie says to me, why? Robbie says to me first, no, he's not.
That's because you'd only just come in. That's why I said.
How can he say to me, no, he's not, but why do you think that? I said he's more direct. He's got more balls. He actually drives at his defender. He actually beats his defender. He's got end product. He's strong.
But the reason why I said that at the time is because he only just come into the team.
I saw. Remember, and what else did I say? What else did I say about another man that made his debut in that pre-season?
Who was that?
Martinelli. What did I say at Colorado?
Oh yeah, but we all said about Martinelli.
No, but there's these two. From the day I saw them, I said, these two are the absolute future. You do what you have to do to keep them. You build around them. But now, Saka, I told you from early. That's my boy in a dog.
Yeah, you said about Saka.
Respect that.
Yeah, you did.
I called it from early that he's going to the top, bro. Yeah. And now, for me,
he is at the top now.
Mbappe turned 23 or 24.
24. Yeah.
24. Saka is the best under 23 player in the world.
It's 21.
Saka is the best that for up to under 23. There's no better player than him.
No, you know what? I remember at the World Cup.
Remember telling me Dembele's got no end product. No end product, bro.
Exactly. I was at the World Cup. I was having an argument with a fan. He was saying to me, Dembele's better. I go, why? I go, you tell me why Dembele's better than Saka.
You see, Dembele's walk up with more tech. He's walk up with more tech. The pace is there, but the end product is. It's 50-50, bro. It's Lamar.
He's good, but Saka's better.
So Saka's bringing in products to his game now. He's bringing goals to his game. And also, I'm not going to go on about De Bruyne. Yes, he's got great players around him and world-class players around him. Arsenal's still not got world-class players. Also, when it was in the World Cup, De Bruyne was a flop.
Shocking.
Saka enhanced his reputation. And I think he's playing really well. You've got him on the right-hand side. You've got Martinelli on the left. Odegaard. You know, Eddie has got no excuses now to bang in goals. And I don't think he wants any. You know, what's a goal, by the way? What's a goal?
Brilliant goal, by the way. Let's not forget. It wasn't like it was just some little tapping.
No,
that was a Bergkamp turn, bro. That was deserving of like the Iceman.
Bergkamp turn, Ian Wright finish.
Yeah. That was deserving of the number 14, wasn't it?
He literally he went from number to that was. I give it. That was. Do you know how funny it was?
Don't leave me.
Do you know? Fuck you, yeah. Do you know how funny it was? There was this lady behind me as well. Yeah. When he scored, she tapped me. She's like, "Is that the one that you said you wanted off at half time?" I was like, yeah.
See?
That's shocking.
Half time, yeah. Bro, I was saying like, yo, put us a Zinchenko.
Get Vieira or get him up. Get Martinelli down the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying put Zinni on the left and then put flipping Martinelli down the middle. Bring him off.
See, I told you, man. I mean, leave him. As I said, if he came from flipping Palmeiras or something like that.
But fair play to Zar. Zar always says to me, you have to start him. Because my thing to Zar is, he's had enough time off the bench. Like he gets 20 minutes, he gets 25.
He never gets like he said, Zar's right.
But then Zar, he's gonna love that.
Yeah,
I'm saying Zar's right. You know, right now Zar's in sim like this, like he's got his Wi-Fi out his window, blood, trying to get the connection, bro. But he's just there with his other hand, like, yes, Robbie, yes, Robbie.
I mean, to be fair, if they're all fit, Jesus starts. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But
if not,
if he gets starts, the guy's shown us. Let's remember that towards the end of last season, and when he's when he's starting, he's scoring.
Yeah. You have to
What
give
more
him.
do you want from a striker? So
and more-
I really want to see us give him a chance.
Yeah, and Mikel was backed him to the hilt.
Yeah, I said it on the show last week. This is his chance. This is his moment.
Yeah, we said it.
This is his
Yeah, I
time.
see when you said prove that I was wrong. This is your.
this is
He
your
did,
time.
he
mate.
did
You know
on-
what I mean?
he did-
And
he did
he's
on-
off to a good
he did
start.
on Boxing Day.
He's got more to do, but he's off to a good start.
He's got to do it now against Brighton. That's the show.
right, go.
And then he'll get a couple against Brighton. He's got to do it against Tottenham now.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he's
gotta
never
keep
going to
going.
win.
Yeah.
He's never going to win.
Let's actually we're going to move on to that Brighton one in a minute. First of all, we remind everybody of AFTV PICK10, right? Where it's a competition where it's 10 games to pick from. You do your predictions.
Yeah.
There's a prize pot this week of £10,000. All you got to do is get the most right, and you could share that pot. You could even win all of it on your own. There's a QR code to scan. And also you can click the link in the description. Let me just go into the ones for this week.
If you want to follow Robbie, like, you lose.
Yeah, Gaffer swiped him like Tinder this week, blood.
Still ain't been out for me meal yet.
I'm back.
Bro, I'm still waiting on my wedding gift. It's still in the boot. It's still in the boot, blood. Nearly a year I've been married now, I still ain't got the gift, blood.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's nearly a year, blood. Okay,
Right, we'll sort it out. Right, we sort the meal out as well. Right,
Yeah.
listen. Right, let's just run through some of the games. Right, to get your ones as well. Right, Wolves Man United. Win. I remember we used to win, draw, win.
Right,
My man's back,
what are you going for then?
No, I have to go for United.
Yeah,
man.
the
Playing well.
Argentinians are back.
I'm going to go for a draw.
Draw.
I'm going to go for a
you
draw.
got?
United.
Barcelona, Espanola, Barcelona all day long.
That's a derby.
I know, but so what?
Yeah.
Well, this is an interesting one. Bournemouth versus Palace.
Palace, Port, they got
9 men the other day, man.
Yeah.
9 men, and they'll be missing. Bournemouth have been all right, haven't
Yeah. They
Bournemouth.
what's his name got the job on a full on a full-time
See
basis.
Michael B. Jordan there the other day.
Yeah.
He's
He-
part of
yeah,
bought the
part,
club.
yeah.
You know, he's probably there like, nigga, why we buy Bournemouth? Why we buy Chelsea? They got American here as well, man. He's fuming, blood. Because Bowie's at Chelsea, blood. So he's like, yo, why didn't you hit me?
I'm gonna go.
I got Bournemouth, you know.
I'm going Bournemouth.
Yeah, I got Bournemouth. Vieira's my guy, you know, Paddy. That's Unks, but
I'm going for a draw, man.
I'm going for a draw.
I'm going for a draw. Newcastle Leeds. I saw Leeds. What I saw of Leeds against City. That's
a
Newcastle.
home win.
All day long.
Almiron, blood.
City.
Lord.
Been on fire, man. He's
Lord.
a bit like Martinelli, isn't he?
Yeah,
The way he's been
yeah.
playing.
He's on another level.
Yeah, City versus Everton. Come on, Everton. City all day long. Although I'd love Everton to do us a favour. I can't
A
see it.
Wobie winner would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, go on.
Do you know what? He's been on fire, to be fair, this
He's
season.
been
playing
brilliant.
really
Yeah,
well
yeah,
for
yeah.
them.
He has
He's
been.
playing really
That
well.
only
You know,
one.
He has been.
Kelechi's loving life.
Fulham versus Southampton. Fulham. Southampton, what are they doing with that appointment they made?
Yeah.
They want to go down, right?
They're planning for the championship, aren't they?
Villarreal versus Valencia.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Whoa.
I've gone Villarreal.
That's two of Emery's former
no,
teams.
No Emery no more.
Yeah,
either.
both of them. He managed.
Home, no, the
I'll
old
go
Yellow
home
Submarine's home, isn't it?
And final one. No, sorry, not the final one. Brighton versus Arsenal. We'll come back to that. We leave that to last. Tottenham versus Villa.
Tottenham.
Draw.
Well, I'm going with a draw just because I want it to be a draw.
Draw, blood, I'm telling
I
you.
can't see it though, to be fair. Forest versus Chelsea.
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 I'm going Forest.
Forest.
Yeah. I'm going Forest. They perform. They step
At home,
it
they're
up.
a different proposition.
Yeah,
that
they
is
beat
true.
Liverpool at home. Like when they play the big teams,
Yeah.
is when they up their level. Henderson will go back in goal as well.
Yeah.
He couldn't play against
They were
United.
awful
Parent
against
club.
United, though.
Yeah, Hennessy was all over the
Yeah.
place. He was on the fucking
Yeah.
Hennessy.
And Brighton versus Arsenal.
I'm going Arsenal.
When you check the levels as well, my man suspended Caicedo. McAllister's not back as well. So that's two big threats that are out of the way for us. It's like literally God is like an Arsenal fan this season, blood. He's just opening the doors for us.
Got a horrible record against Brighton. Let's move on to that game.
Records are there to be broken, blood.
Records are there to be broken. I was going through it the other day, man, and we got.
That's what we won at Brighton.
It was 0-0 last
But
year.
that's what we want at Brighton. Was it
Poured
FA
with
Cup?
rain. Was it the one last year?
Yeah.
Poured
Do you know
with
what?
rain.
I think I saw the weather forecast. It's gonna be pouring with rain again this week.
Are you not going?
I mean, yeah, I'll be there.
Do you know what? It's raining
Good,
everywhere.
I hope you get soaked.
Yeah, it's
I
raining
think I will
everywhere in
get
Europe.
some.
I've checked. Everywhere's raining in Europe on New Year's, bro. We're pissed.
What are you guys thinking about that game?
I think it's going to be a tough game. I think, no easy games in the Premier League, but I feel a little bit more confident after what I see against West Ham.
You don't look it.
Yeah, I'm always more a little bit nervous when we're away from home, but because it's it's harder to win away from home. But believe it or not, defensively we've got a much better record away from home than at home. We can see goals every game at home, but we don't away from home. We're pretty solid. So the last time we played away from home was, do you remember at Wolves? We played really well, defensively well. I expect the same. So I'm going for a 2-0. I fancy Arsenal.
It was a very difficult place to go to normally for us. And Brighton, when they won their last game at Southampton 3-0, that was impressive.
With no McAllister as well.
They're a decent side. They beat us, don't forget, the Emirates.
Beat us in the Emirates in the Carabao Cup.
So
and they've thrown the spanner in the works of us a lot. I mean, I was looking at some of the stats here. Brighton have lost just one of their last 5 Premier League home games against Arsenal.
Yeah, because I think they'll
beat us away.
1-2, drawn 2.
When was the last victory? The FA Cup when
last time a 1-0 loss in December 2020. That was the last time.
So that was lockdown times.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Brighton,
because I remember every time we went there, under Wenger and Emery, under Wenger we lost, and Emery we drew.
Brighton are one of just 3 teams that Arsenal have lost for more Premier League games than they have won. They've lost 4 times, they only won 3 against them.
This is our Boldy side now, though. Yeah. This is like, they come like on, remember Bolton?
Yeah, it's just like...
We'd go to the Reebok Club, we'd be 2-0 up, and then Sam Allardyce will just turn into Super Saiyan and boop, 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 Ivan Campo, bam! Kevin Davis, bam!
Arsenal have won just 2 of their last 7 league games played on New Year's Eve. Drawn 3, lost 2.
Yeah, I remember we drew
Villa 3-0 in 1988 and QPR 1-0 in 2011. This going far back.
Because I remember West Brom 0. Remember West Brom 1-1. Alexis.
It was 1-0 up.
Yeah. And then last fucking bro. I was fuming. That was a lit New Year's. Remember that New Year's? Oh my days, that was mad.
Yeah. Well, let me give you some positives. Right? Arsenal have kept 6 clean sheets in their last 8 Premier League away games this season.
That's what I said.
More than any other side. As many as they managed in the 19 games on the road last term. So we've, that's very impressive. However, the 2 games in which they conceded are the only 2 away games they failed to win this season: Man United and Southampton. Brighton have lost 2 of their last 4 home league games under Roberto De Zerbi, the new manager. They've won 1, drawn 1. Having been unbeaten in their final 7 at the Amex under Graham Potter. So under the new manager,
they beat Chelsea though,
it's been a little...
They battered Chelsea.
Yeah,
it was Potter's Chelsea as well. They weren't too sharp.
And here's another one. Brighton forward Danny Welbeck, who they're saying could be fit for this game, has scored 4 goals in his last 5 against Arsenal in all competitions. So, it's going to be a tough game. Brighton, like you just said, Troopz, bit of a bogey team for us.
Home and away, blood. That's the thing.
But like you said, no Casido, McAllister probably.
You get definitely.
But they still got some very good players.
Yeah. Still got what's his name?
Marsh. And guys like that. But honestly, I think with Arsenal, it's a different team on the road this season.
I think we're set up to be on the road. I think this team is set up for away games.
Why'd you say that?
The pace. We can just sit and then break. Saka, Martinelli. That's rapid. You understand? Even Nketiah's got a bit of pace to him. Odegaard will find them. Partey will just win it. You understand? You got Saka running up as well. You get me? I think that's why we've been so good away from home, because it just falls into our hands.
You know what I like about Arsenal this season, right? Is that it's just the system. They've got a way of playing, a system of playing. Every single player knows what that system is and knows what, and they just fit into it. And we go into Brighton. A lot of times when we've been to Brighton, this player's been out, he's been out. We go in there at the moment as we talk full strength, apart from obviously Jesus. Yeah. Confident after that win, even though Brighton will be confident after winning 3-0 on the road. This is a massive opportunity for us, and the pressure's on. The pressure's on because all the big boys won over the Christmas period. And even though we're 5 points clear of Man City, that can just turn into 2. They got Everton at home. You should expect them to win that. Arsenal really need to. I mean, do you think we need to win this, or do you think a draw would be a
Nah,
decent
we
result?
need to win.
Yeah, we need to win this.
We
one.
need to win,
We need to
especially
win
with
this
like Tottenham coming up, United coming
Man,
up.
yeah.
We need to win because
I'm with you on
yeah,
that. Yeah.
I'll always want to beat the scumblood. But if you look at the run of fixtures, that's the one where I'd be like, all right, cool. If I can go in there and come out with a point, I'll take it. This is the one where I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We have to get free
Yeah.
because I expect City to get free.
Yeah.
You have to expect them. You look at the fixtures and you're like, they're getting free. We can't slip. We have
And
to.
these are the sort of
And
teams.
look at Haaland, he's saying, Arsenal are dub, we have to hunt them.
Yeah.
This guy's full on alien mode, blood. Men in black settings, blood. He's just galloping like, yo, dog.
And these are the type of games that if you're going to win a league,
He's scaring me now, Gaffer. I can't lie, blood.
Yeah,
Like. He's got an evil look in his eye, blood. Like, like this Don. Oh my days.
20 goals already, man.
20 goals for it is
Ridiculous.
unbelievable.
But these are sort of games.
Listen,
If you're going to win the Premier League, innit, you can't just look at it and say, like normally we look
Right,
at
how
tough
I
game,
look
take
at-
a point.
Let's
But
just-
you're right. We need to look on this as a,
yeah, how I look on it. If Man City are playing Brighton, what are you putting down on your prediction? You're putting
City win.
That is that's the mentality that we've got to have. We've got to go there. Now, when we play Spurs, Man United, and all that, Man City have got some difficult games coming up as well. They've got
a very
Tottenham away. They've
difficult-
got as well. They've also got Man United in that. So so get these points on the bye. I expect Man City to beat Everton. I expect us to beat Brighton, and just keep the momentum going and going into those games. And if you can keep going into those games, and by the time we play Man City, be 2-3 points in front of them, then it's game on.
also got Newcastle after that.
Oh,
which is-
Newcastle.
Yeah, on the third.
That's going to
Yeah,
be
that's
tough.
fine. That's
Player.
luckily that's at home.
Yeah.
That's going
fine.
to be tough.
Players, again, do you think there might be a bit of rotation for that Brighton game? Or,
Well,
or
31st.
We haven't really got much to rotate, have we?
First, second, third. Yeah, because 31st we play. And
Yeah.
we play
And
on
then
the
a few
third.
days later.
So it's 2 day, 40 hour.
I mean, to
turnaround.
me personally, I'd only be rotating if there was like
If there's niggles.
an injury or something,
Yeah.
because they haven't. It ain't like they've been playing loads and
Nah,
loads.
nah.
You know, it's normally a Christmas period. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
loads and loads of
Yeah,
games.
'cause you'll have-
Everyone's
yeah.
moaning about how many games there are around them.
Yeah.
But this time's been different
Yeah.
because we've had the big break. And let's be real, most of our players that went
I was
away,
gonna-
apart from Saka, haven't really played loads.
I was gonna say that a lot
should
of the
be fresh.
Yeah, a lot of the players will want to play as well to get back up to speed because
Yeah.
when you check like you see Saliba looks a bit rusty. He was just chilling on the bench, keeping it warm. You see Saka was more on it because he was playing more. Martinelli's just got that intensity about him where I think you could rest him for 6 weeks. He'll just come on and still do a mad thing, blood. He's that kind of guy. But you can see that some of them need a little time to like get back up to that. You get me? I'm surprised at how like Benny White. He didn't play, and I'm surprised how he just went in and just kept his level.
Yeah.
From
He was
how it was.
superb, yeah,
I think he
brilliant.
has
He
been
was
like I was a
absolutely
big
brilliant.
critic of him. I used to call him Ben Shite. Like I was big.
Really?
Like,
That surprises me, with you.
Yeah, 50
Why?
minutes. Because I was like last season, what I saw,
He
like
had
it
the
was.
number 4 shirt.
Anyway, no. Do you know what? Yeah, I think since he's gone to right back, yeah, I fell in love with him. Pause. Like he's a much better right back than a centre back, bro. You understand?
I think if he went back centre back now, I think because of where he's played at right back, he'd do well as well. I know that sounds silly. I just think he's been the best defender. this
I
season.
agree, and I've said it to people. Like I say, Saliba, like
Better than Saliba.
Saliba
Yeah.
gets. Do you know why Saliba gets the light? Because, like, some of us have been talking about him for years. Like, I've been saying for the last 3 years, Saliba has to play. Saliba has to play. Da, da, da. So when he's coming and he's actually doing what people have said he's gonna do, he's gonna get more of the light. You understand? He's young as well. They're comparing him to Varane, Mbappe of defenders. They don't really talk about Benny Blanco like that. You understand? He's a bit underrated. He's a bit like Gilberto in the Invincible team, where he was like a big part of the glue, but it would just you more look at Vieira. You understand? It's like that with him. It's like the Nketiah situation. Gabby Jesus, Eddie Nketiah, William Saliba, Ben White. You see what I'm saying? I think it's more to do with that, but he has really.
He stepped it up.
Yeah, when you
he's
got into
been
that
brilliant.
position, that back four, him, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinni, I think that is
Yeah, they've been brilliant. They've been brilliant. And then I don't think, you know, I mean, you know, in I spoke about earlier about our record away from home defensively, and even at home's been decent, right? We've got a very good defence. You know what I mean? Even the other day, I was really impressed with Kieran Tierney.
Bro,
you know what I mean? I thought he played excellently. You know what I mean? I think now that he knows that Zinchenko's breathing down his neck,
Be interesting in place.
He's upped his levels even more.
Because they're both there now.
Because I've got to say, and I have
When
to
did
say
he came
this,
on though?
Why? He was brilliant when he came on.
I like. Do you know what I like?
Tierney's better going forward, but Tierney's defensively better. It's a bit like Tommy and Ben White. Tommy's better defensively, but Benny's.
But don't you
going
think as well?
forwards on
I
another level.
love the balls that Tierney whips into the box, man.
Because
I look on it sometimes like, if we had a Haaland,
Yeah.
imagine
Haaland.
Tierney would have about 8 assists.
Yeah,
I mean, we'd start have no one on the end of that sometimes.
He found it a bit difficult in the first half, I thought, but his defending instincts come out and he done really, really well. But I want to say something about Zinchenko because I've never seen it before. He was warming up in the second half and then he went to the fans and got them all riled up. Like, I've never seen that before. And that we was 1-0 down when he done that. And then, I'm not saying it inspired us to win the game, but that
he's in it, isn't he?
He was. Yeah, I've not seen that, and
for years, isn't it?
It was in an. He come on and showed.
Since Fabregas was the last one I think who had that.
Yeah,
He would go to the crowd and come on, what the fuck are you man doing? Like,
Fabregas reminds you a lot of Odegaard. Or should I say Odegaard reminds you a lot of Fabregas.
But I think the only thing I would say, I think Fabregas.
It's more silky.
Not even. But I think Fabregas has got a bit more passion.
Odegaard's got a lot of passion.
He does, but Fabregas would cry when he scores goals, but I can't see Odegaard crying when he scores a goal, blood. You understand?
Norwegian, isn't it? Like
The man they just made out of steel, blood. He'll be like, thank you. Yes.
What I do like about Odegaard,
it's my job. What do you mean? He's them man there.
and he has done it a couple of times. Is when we've scored goals. If you ever notice him, he'll do that to the crowd as well. Like I love the way that these players, and I think it's a credit to Arteta. That he's got the players to engage with the fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that thing for me when, I was a little bit worried at that stage. We was 1-0 down, it weren't happening and all that. And he come out and just went, come on, get all the crowd. And I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Talking of Arteta, right? Yeah, obviously, the year's nearly over, 2022. What would you score Mikel Arteta out of 10 for the year of 2022?
Can I give 2?
No, 1.
I can't
one
give
mark.
1, this man gonna say I'm harsh. If I have 2, then they'll say, all right, cool, he's being real with it. Because they cry when I talk, blood. So
Talk what you talking, man.
Gaffer, go
That's
first.
a good question.
Because, right.
Listen, I think for me the game-changing game was Man City last season. When even though we lost that game, we went toe to toe with them. That was when I thought, wow, that was when I thought Mikel was on the up. But there were some poor performances in there. Kevin always says to me, Kevin Campbell always turns around and says, it's not the manager, it's the players. Since he's got Jesus and Zinchenko in, he's a different manager. You can see that, I don't see those 3 defeats like we did at last season. So I'm going to give him an 8.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, but 7.5, 8, because I think this season, just on this season, it's a 10 out of 10. I've got to say that I think he's been absolutely. He's made one, maybe couple of mistakes at Man United. Other than that, I think he's been spot on with everything he's done, and and one thing you've got to give him credit for. There was a lot of fans, myself included, that felt he should probably have lost his job. Has completely turned around every single fan now, and are all on side, all on board with him there. So that you've got to give credit for. But there was a few performances last season that were iffy, but
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, yeah.
Look how man turned, man.
Your time.
Southampton, Brighton, Tottenham, Newcastle. His head would have been on a stick if it was up to me, blood. Last season. You understand? For me,
they're in 22, aren't they?
He's very lucky to have a job. He's very lucky to have a job. The way we bottled it, the way we got. I've never seen us get embarrassed by Tottenham. Never. This season was the first season I saw us embarrassed. I never saw an Arsenal team play, turn up, nothing. I thought he should have been sacked. The window, though, he done well. He done really well, blood. You understand? I was surprised that I was worried about Saliba. I'll be real. I thought he was done. I thought he was like set with Ben White and Gabriel, but he saw the light and he switched it, and that's what I wanted. But he's done with Xhaka. He said to Xhaka, I need you to be a number 8. If you can't do it, fuck off and I'll get someone else. Xhaka came back fitter than ever, pause. So the players do believe in him, you understand? I know 95%. I'm there, 95%. Yeah, I've just been an Arsenal fan, I've still got that little in the back of my mind where it's gonna go tits up at one point, you get me? But rating for the year, 7.
Good. My rating's
Is that okay for you?
What's your rating, mate? I mean,
okay?
Whether it's okay for me, it's with your...
Do you think it's a fair rating? Do you think it's a fair rating?
Because it's over a year. Yeah, so
over a year. My opinion over a year is, I think I've seen a manager. There's been good and bad bits. I never ever wanted him. I didn't want him sacked, right? I was of the thing when we got into this year of 2022. I was like, you got to give this manager to the end of the season and see where he ends up. I'm like, at the start of the season, nobody, when they were doing their predictions, had Arsenal in the top 4. We did blow it, right? And I think. I look back on it and I think we made a mistake last January when we didn't buy anybody. Right, we didn't buy anyone in January, and I think if we would have bought in a couple of reinforcements, even if it had been a couple of loan moves, I do feel that we could have got into the top 4. But I think that was one of his errors. I think, you've got to also look at some of those games that we did bottle. We were missing a lot of key players in those games. So you really got to, you do have to sometimes take a step back and say, like for instance, when we played Tottenham, look at the team that went rolled out on that day compared to their team. We really got to take those things into account. On the Aubameyang thing, I remember I was a bit upset at the time thinking, nah man, why are you getting rid of Aubameyang and you haven't replaced him? But that's turned out to be the right decision with him because there was obviously something wrong there. And, Aubameyang went and the team still was together and was right behind him. So he got that right. He moved on Pepe, he's got that right. Pepe was never really fitted what he wanted to do. And we finished 5th. And that was probably ahead of what the expectations was for the start of the season. But we were all a bit hurt because we just felt that, because we missed out on it, was it 1 point? 2 points we missed out on it. So, but this season now, what I've seen is it's almost like you look at a manager who's learning from his mistakes. So he strengthened brilliantly in the summer, I thought. Pre-season was excellent. We looked stronger, fitter. Yeah. We were playing with a real cohesion. You saw it. You was over there pre-season. You were there, right? And then this season, we've been brilliant. We've only lost 1 game in the Premier League, and even that game,
we should have won.
We should have won that game.
And
even United fans,
the Odegaard goal should have been given.
United fans.
Martinelli goal.
Yeah, United fans were coming out and saying, "Boy, you know what? We were a bit fortunate in that game." So he's been excellent, but there've been mistakes along the way. So it's not been, but he's what as I said, I like. He's learning from the mistakes. I'm going to give him an 8 as well. I think I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Nobody expected us to be where we are right now. We are way ahead of what I thought. I thought when we made those, when we brought in those players, I'm thinking, boy, we could get top 4, man. It's not going to be easy. Look at the competition around. We've only lost 1 game this season, man.
Playing some good stuff as well.
And we're playing excellent. And for the first time in a long, long time as an Arsenal fan, I look at the team, I'm so proud of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to go to games.
And it's not somebody made the point the other day, I was doing the fan cams, they go, Arsenal's not a depend on Haaland or depend on this. It's everybody.
Yeah, everyone's chipping in.
You can pick out anybody in that team right now. You picked out Ben White, who's been brilliant. You could pick out Saliba. You can pick out Xhaka. Partey. You can pick out Saka,
Martinelli.
Jesus,
Zinchenko.
the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Rams.
There's been so many, man. You could pick up. That shows you that this is a team.
It's a proper team. It's a proper
team.
Even Matt Turner, he's come in and done
Matt
really
Turner's
well.
done well.
Yeah.
Playing to a system that the manager has instilled in him. And the other thing that I give him so much credit for is that when he came in, he says, I'm going to bring the fans and the fans and the team together. I'm going to get that back. And I'm seeing that.
Yeah.
The fans are behind the team. You know what I mean? So, he's done brilliantly. It's whether or not he can follow that up right till the end of the season. That's my next question as we go into 2023. Can we do it?
Do you know what?
Can we win
I haven't
the
heard.
league?
Hey, do you remember every game? That was Robbie's question. Can we win the Premier League? I haven't heard that since 2016, blood. 2016, bro. After every game. Can we win the league? Can we win the league?
Well, I'm asking
Them
it
times
again.
are coming
It's
back,
good to be
blood.
asking
Them
that.
times
It's
are
good to
coming
be
back,
asking
blood.
that.
Yeah.
Well, let me start with you. Can we?
If we go out and buy,
Yeah.
we can. We can't sit on we can't sit on what we
I
have.
think we need to buy. How many signings do you think we need to make in January to? Because I mean, watching Man City the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, quite an incredible squad.
Yeah, that's
you
the
know?
difference.
Grealish comes off, Foden comes on.
Bernardo.
You know, Bernardo Silva weren't even playing, and you know what I mean. And they got so
Alvarez
much.
is still getting drunk.
Yeah, Alvarez. You know, Ruben Diaz is out, but it don't even. It's like it makes no difference because you know they've got an unbelievable squad.
I would blow all our budget on this January. And like, if it came in and said like we can sign 3 to 4 players in January and sign no one in the summer, I'd do that because this January is so important for us because we're 5 points. We might, not necessarily next season we're going to get 5 point buffer against this team. We've got a 5 point buffer against them now. It's now. So for me, I'd blow it all. If I was Mikel, I'd be saying, look, forget about the summer. I'll have nothing in the summer. Give me it all now, and really go for it. And I think that we are. If we get in 2 or 3 players, yes.
What
is my
positions?
answer.
And give me some names. What positions and some names? Just you know.
I think we definitely need a wide. We need an attacking player, whether it be a wide player or a forward. We need one of them.
And they've been talking about it's
Mudryk in there. I would then go and get a midfield. We need a midfield player because you can't continually rely on Partey and Saka. So 2 midfield players maybe and 2 attacking players. I'm well happy with what we've got defensively. That would be what I'll go for.
About you?
Felix, Mudryk, Tielemans. Simple.
That would push us.
That
very,
wins
very
us the
close.
league. That wins us the league. I repeat, that wins us the league. João Felix comes into Arsenal.
And it's talk that we could get
he could have
Felix
he could
on
have
loan.
you
I
met
mean,
him.
it'd be mega money.
Yeah, it's not 8 mil. Plus his
Yeah,
wages.
but that's a lot of money from between now and
João
then.
Felix, mate.
Yeah,
We're talking about one of the best young players in the world,
We ain't
man.
really done it yet, though.
Because he's been stifled by Diego Simeone. It's like, all right.
If he comes in,
look,
João
it's
Felix, though, does he play? Does he start?
Yeah. For me, if he
For
comes
who?
for Nketiah.
Poor
He played as a centre forward.
Martinelli
Done
goes
it
down
again.
there.
Done it
Nah, João Felix is better. Mudryk is better. If either of them come in, Nketiah drops. And Martinelli goes in the middle. And they go to the left. Simple. I don't see no other options, bro. You get me? You want this league? You go for it. Now's the time. Vibes Cartel settings. Touch the blood clot button. Real talk. Stan and them are saying like, they're talking a good game, they're here. Show me a game, blood. Yeah? Show me
You know
a
what
game.
I was thinking the other day, right?
Why are you going to come over here at this period of time and not blow the bag? It's Christmas. You should be in Yankeeville with your family. I mean,
they're going to
they're
bring
here to
someone
blow
in.
the bag.
Mudryk, definitely.
João,
Right?
I'm gonna tap
if
into my Portuguese man them. Cause you know I got a couple Portuguese. I got a couple like my brethren. He's Portuguese. He's an agent as well. So I could little tap in and say, yo, do a little. Hey, Kizo.
Well, listen, João Felix on loan.
Yeah.
If that was a possibility,
Sign Mudryk.
I don't see no reason why not to add that sort of quality to the team. Remember, we've got Europa League as well.
You understand?
Right.
Fabio Vieira's here as well, Portuguese. He make him settle in nice and let me.
And I was looking the
I
other
want
day. I
Tielemans,
was
bro.
looking the other day, right?
What are you gonna say, Rice? The
That
way he hugged.
Milinkovic-Savic is available.
Who? Napoli? Is he Napoli?
Yeah.
He's still at Napoli?
Lazio.
No, Lazio. That's it. I knew he was wearing a
Where
boot.
they're saying, right, that he, you know what I mean, he could go if the price was right.
They're saying he's moving like Mudryk as well. Like he's saying, Arsenal, come on, take me.
Yeah, and he's a player that could be that Partey sort of role, possibly, you know what I mean? And he scores goals.
So what, you'd go for him over Tielemans? Because Tielemans is proven. And Tielemans will just go in and Tielemans will just
But can
go out.
Tielemans play the Partey role?
Tielemans Xhaka.
Then who plays the part? That's what I'm saying.
You don't want to...
I'm worried about what Partey does.
So Savic
the ability to break lines and that.
Alright, Savic or Tielemans.
We could get Tielemans at the end of the season for nothing.
But what if we miss out on him? What if somebody else comes in?
Well, we just say to
what
him,
if City come in because they just want to piss us off?
We just say to him, well, then you go. We go and get someone else. You say to him,
exactly that. We want players. I've always had this argument. They want to come because they want to play for Arsenal.
Mudryk definitely wants
Mudryk definitely does. So, and you look at all these players like Zinchenko wanted to play for Arsenal. Forget about where if Tielemans turns around and says, you know what, no, I'm gonna go. See you later. You want to wait here? I would go and get Tielemans in January if I'll be honest. But if we can't, then you say to him, right, you're coming in January. If he says, well, I don't know, I've got a better offer at Barcelona. See you later.
The thing is, at the moment, we know it looks like from all the evidence, Tielemans, Mudryk, and João Felix are all gettable this summer.
Yeah.
This January.
This January.
And if, right, I'm looking at this, right, all right, say we got those three and Smith Rowe comes back.
Yeah.
Off of injury as well.
Jesus as well.
And Jesus, all of a sudden got a wicked squad from now to the end of the season.
That's why I said,
fight on all fronts.
if you get them free,
I'm with you too. I'm with
if you
Lee. I
get them free, if you get them free, we win the league.
Because I do believe, I'm with you, Lee. I think defensively we got enough.
Yeah.
Because I also feel that, like, even in the centre,
Tommy's still there. He ain't even come back in yet.
Tommy can play
centre back and right back and left back. He played behind the whole thing. You put that brother in goal,
and you can play Ben White as a centre back as well.
Another one. And even put him into a DM position maybe. Say that's why I'm saying Tielemans, because if a Partey got injured, you could be like, all right, cool. Tommy going to right back, Benny go there, then you got Benny, Xhaka, and flipping Tielemans, and then Odegaard do his mad thing.
Well, listen,
the thing, Jimmy, Oliver firepower.
We need to,
let's do it, man.
Get those three players, we've got a chance.
This January is going to be really interesting to see what Arsenal do. This is a golden opportunity. First of all, though, we've got to win those games in front of us. The games coming up before we get to January. Listen, we come towards the end of the podcast today. I want to remind you, AFTV PICK10. The link is in the description. Also, scan the QR code. A chance to win a prize pot of up to 10 grand. That'd be nice for 2023, wouldn't it?
Go to the transfer budgets.
Yeah, literally. If I'm gonna get involved. If I win, I'm gonna send it to Stan, blood. You understand?
No, you wouldn't.
No, I would. But he just won't give me the... Yeah. He won't give me the address though, blood. You understand? Like, hey, him, not him.
But anyway, listen, I want to thank our special guest who's been on here today, Troopz. Listen, thank you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing over there in the States.
Always a pleasure.
And enjoy the rest of the Christmas period and New Year.
You too, man.
Big up to you. Big up to you, Lee.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah. And big up to everybody out there. Don't forget to subscribe here. You can check Troopz on his channel as well, Troopz TV. Subscribe here. Also on AFTV. We've got loads of stuff in store for you guys in 2023. And hopefully, it could be the year. Could you imagine if we won the title, man?
Man, certain man are deleting their socials.
It'd be a dream. But listen, we've got great content in store for you this year. Make sure you check it out. But listen, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support you've given to this podcast over 2022. It's been great.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this in America, blood.
No, thank you very much, man. And we'll see you next week. The Invincible podcast. Myself, Robbie, and Lee Judges come together once a week to discuss all things Arsenal. Straight talking, considered discussion, brought to you by the fans of the only club in Football League history to go invincible.